So moving right along, we're going to welcome our next guest. Her name is Tracy, and she's the founder of the Virtual Reality Hospitality Training International. Really cool stuff that Tracy's doing, but I'll let her talk a little bit more about it. So I'll have Tracy come onto the virtual floor, and it is all yours.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm just going to share my slides with you. So I'm Tracy Cosgrove from VRHTI, and we do hospitality training in the Metaverse and virtual reality. It's been great listening to the speakers so far, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the use cases that we've been working on, and if anybody has any questions, I'd be delighted to answer them. This was a new report that came out recently about will the metaverse improve your business and working life, and it's quite interesting to see from the different demographics what people think in the UK, the US, China, UAE, France, Canada, for instance. And to me, this is something that I've been saying for a long time, that Asia Pacific and APAC region and the UAE are much further ahead in creating virtual worlds and metaverse spaces. And this is an area where I've been working. I've been working in Asia for the last 25 years, and I've seen the progression of virtual worlds, especially when we started looking at virtual worlds in 2003. This is just another article that came up yesterday, that the EU had hosted a party and they said nobody came. And it's a case of what do we have to do to make sure that people come and see what it is that we're offering in the metaverse? Well, it's simple. First of all, you have to build your community, and you can't just, there's the saying, build it and they will come. For me, we have to create our community first, and we have to make sure that whatever we're doing, there is a use case for it. What I'm finding and what I'm hearing at the moment is people are jumping in and saying, yes, we need to create these virtual world, virtual spaces, because this is what needs to be done. We need to make sure that everything is done correctly and for the purpose of what is driven. There's no point spending $400,000 on a fantastic space if hardly anybody either comes or can actually get access to it. So this is my office daily. And if anyone who knows me, I'm forever behind my computer or my phone. When I'm on my computer, the one at the left-hand side at the bottom, this is my virtual office, which I've had for the last 3 years. And when anyone enters the office, I have a doorbell that rings, and the doorbell rings to tell me somebody's in my office. This is fantastic, even for when you're creating, for instance, if you have a shop. So you have a shop, you're able to showcase all your products, and people, you can interact directly with the customers who are coming in. So literally your shop can be open 24 hours a day if you have the team behind you who can also have it open on their computer. The reason for this is we can actually then communicate directly with our customers. So you can imagine we have a hotel reception or even a shop. Imagine a guest arrives, they want to come and have a look around your hotel. Instead of just looking at a static website, they can also go into the Web3 hotel, which would be a copy of the hotel, and one of the associates could directly communicate with the guest. We're at VRHTI, we're creating projects and we're creating custom environments, not just for the hospitality industry, but for several different industries as well. We can literally recreate anything. The mind is the only limit to possibilities. We even, a couple of years ago, we even had a DJ on the beach, and we had 4 continents. We had over 200 people attend, and we were dancing on the beach. Lots of connections were made here. We had the DJ, we had a DJ from Mumbai, we had a DJ from London, and the connections that were made in this virtual world have lasted for the last couple of years and have become really good friends. For myself, we're doing the hospitality training. When the trainees come into the virtual hotel, we have several different areas for the hotel. So we have the reception area, we have the kitchen, we have the canteen, where after they have been doing the training, they go to the staff canteen, which is the one to the left-hand side, and they can have a chat and discuss, literally chit chat with each other. It means that we're able to have companies come in who, for instance, instead of sending a task force to a new hotel which is pre-opening, we can have the task force team come into the virtual environment, and we're able to communicate as avatars directly to the associates. The good thing about this as well is, for instance, if we're dealing with hospitality workers who English is not their first language, we're able to, English isn't their first language, we're able to communicate with the trainees, and they lose all their inhibitions and they're scared when they're scared of speaking. We find that the quietest ones, once they become an avatar, all of a sudden find their voice. Most of the training that we're doing, it started off as face-to-face training for the last 25 years. And over the last 3.5, 4 years, we've been creating custom-made environments. 2 accesses. One is through the headset, and the other one you will see on the left-hand side is where you're an avatar and you are inside the virtual hotel. For this one in particular, it's not finished yet. This is work in progress. This is for a project in Australia. And we're able to create anything. We can use 3D assets, and literally your mind, whatever you want to do, we can create it. As well as using the metaverse, as in for the virtual worlds, we're also using 360 filming. And with the 360 filming, a few years ago when we started creating just 360 filming so that you could put the associate in the feet of the guest. Since then, what we've been able to do is we can actually now also include the 360 film, and we can have avatars also within the 360 film who can communicate as well. These are several things that we personally find that we're solving the problems. AI as well is why I included AI as well, is because at the moment, if you're on LinkedIn, you will see so much happening with AI and all of the different use cases for it. The extent that AI is being able to just to move forward is phenomenal. when I think just over the last 3 years, how it's increased the power is quite fascinating. Virtual worlds. I personally call them virtual worlds because this is where I started creating virtual worlds. I first started looking into virtual worlds in 2003, and it's been a fascination of mine since then. And since we started VRHTI 4 years ago, I've been full-time creating different experiences for as many people as we can. So this is a little bit about myself. Currently I'm in the Netherlands, and I've been working in Myanmar, Hong Kong, Thailand for the last 20 odd years. The picture on the left, you're going to see, this has been a really important process for myself. I really enjoy the ability to upskill people. And one of my early projects 20 years ago was to create apprenticeships for chefs who were in Bangkok. With the apprenticeship, we were able to then get the hotels to take on the trainees to work in the hotels. I'd been thinking, how can we enable this to go through to the generation that don't have access to working in the hotels? So what we've been able to do is we've actually been able to scan the food. We can then scan the food, put it into a virtual world. We then have chefs who are working in Asia, and we have access to lots and lots of chefs. We're able to use the chefs in the virtual world who can create virtual dishes. This is saving money because we're able to dissect all the dishes. So for instance, you can have, if you were making soup, for instance, there's 11 ingredients in soup to make a pumpkin soup. We can scan each of the items of the soup, which will go into the soup, and the assets have been created so that when the trainees are coming along, they have to pick up each of the ingredients. This is saving cost, as also it's saving time. And just to conclude along the way, so I asked AI this morning, what is the metaverse and virtual worlds? And as you can see, this is what the metaverse is according to artificial intelligence. It's a collective virtual shared space. I totally agree with the fact it's a virtual shared space. It's open to everybody. It's not owned by everybody. And we have to make sure that we all do our little bit to make sure that this is the same as the internet. You know, it's not some special world that has been created by Meta, which if you ask the question to several people, have you heard of the metaverse? The first word they say is yes, it's from Facebook. So there we are.